Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn another way to say that you're going to do something. Now, previously, we've learned the 보다 form as a way to say that you're going to try to do something. But this form literally means that you're just going to do something and see how it goes. And there is one more grammar form which can be used to show that you're intending to, or therefore going to, do something. Not that you're simply doing it. And that is this new form, the intending form. So here's one more way that you can say you're going to do something. But keep in mind that this form literally means that you are intending to do something. Here's how it works. Get an action verb stem. Then attach 으려고 if it ends in a consonant, or attach 려고 if it ends in a vowel. Then add the verb 하다 and conjugate it. For example, 지금 아침을 먹으려고 하고 있어요. I am trying to eat breakfast now. Or, literally, I'm intending to eat breakfast now. Or more naturally just, I am going to eat breakfast now. 1시간 후에 돌아오려고 해요. I intend to come back after 1 hour. Or, I'll try to come back after 1 hour. Or, I'm going to come back after 1 hour. If the verb stem ends with a lir, attach 려고. So the verb 살다, to live, would become 살려고. Or if the verb stem ends with a piup, remove the piup, attach 우, and then attach 려고. So 눕다, to lie down, would become 누려고. So just like the quoting forms that we learned, this form 으려고 can also be used without any verb at the end, so you can just replace 하다 with 요, or even remove the 요 in casual speech. For example, 지금 하려고 해요 could become 지금 하려고요. I'm trying to do it now, literally meaning I'm intending to do it now. 나도 가려고 하고 있어 could become 나도 가려고. I'm trying to go too. Again, the 으려고 form by itself literally means to intend, but it can translate more naturally as to try to do something or going to do something. Also, the 으려고 form does not mean that you're successfully doing something like the 보다 form. However, both of these forms can often translate to English as to try. So there is a bit more to it than just that, but before we go into this any further, let's just do some example sentences of the 으려고 form. 집으로 돌아가려고 해요. I'm trying to go back home, or I'm going to go back home, or I'm intending to go back home. 저는 하루 종일 열심히 자려고 하고 있었어요. I was trying hard to sleep all day. Or literally, I was intending hard to sleep all day. 고추를 좀 갖다 주려고요. I'm going to bring you some chili peppers. Note, 갖다 주다 literally means to get something and then give it to someone, but it can translate naturally as just to bring someone. And in humble speech, use 갖다 드리다 instead of 갖다 주다. 규칙을 잘 지키려고 해요. I'm trying to keep the rules well. 잘, well, is often added before action verbs to mean to do something properly or just to do it attentively. 저는 아내를 신뢰하려고 해요. I intend to trust my wife. 진실하게 말하려고 하고 있어요. I am trying to speak honestly. Note that 진실하다 means to be honest or to be sincere and is a descriptive verb. 저를 칭찬하려고 하지 마세요. Don't try to compliment me. But there are some restrictions when you're using the 으려고 form. Just like the 고 싶다 form, 으려고 can only be used in the first and second person. Therefore, you can use the 으려고 form to say I intend to, first person, or you intend to, second person, or to ask questions. but not he, she, or someone else intends to, which would be third person. And in fact, this 의료고 form can also be used to mean in order to, just like the 위해서 form that we learned previously. Here's how that works. When you're doing that though, remember still, the 의료고 form can only be used for first person and second person. But the 위해서 form could be used for the third person as well. And keep in mind the 의료고 form means that you're intending to do something, no matter how it's being used. Note that this 의료고 form is actually more commonly used than 위해서 when it's used to mean in order to do something with an action verb in informal speech. For example, 한국에 가려고 한국어를 배웠어요. I learned Korean in order to go to Korea. Or literally, I learned Korean, intending to go to Korea. 저는 살을 빼려고 운동하고 있어요. I'm exercising in order to lose weight. Or literally, I'm exercising intending to lose weight. Remember that this form, 의료고, can only be used to mean in order to do something when it's used with action verbs. So here are a few more examples. 금과 은을 사려고 돈을 모으고 있어요. I'm saving up money in order to buy gold and silver. Or literally, intending to buy gold and silver. 동영상 하나를 만들려고 장비를 많이 샀어요. I bought a lot of equipment in order to make one video. 저는 한국어를 유창하게 하려고 매일 열심히 공부했어요. I studied hard every day in order to speak Korean fluently. 기회를 놓치지 않으려고 바로 전화했어요. I called right away in order to not miss the opportunity. 이유를 알려고 제가 사장님께 직접 물어봤어요. I asked the boss directly in order to know the reason. 이번 주말에 파티를 하려고 숙제를 일찍 끝냈어요. I finished my homework early in order to have a party this weekend. 초등학교 선생님이 되려고 시험을 통과했어요. I passed a test in order to become an elementary school teacher. 그 문장을 이해하려고 선생님한테 물어봤고요. I asked the teacher in order to understand that sentence. Let's talk a little bit about this ending here, 고요. We've already learned about how to use this 고 ending to attach to verbs in order to say that something's not finished yet, kind of like and or and then. Well, this can also be used at the end of a sentence. Literally, this is like your sentence is not yet finished. Or like finishing your sentence by saying and. When used this way, it shows that you're not yet finished talking, so it can kind of make your sentence sound a bit softer. At the end of a sentence, you can use 고요 or just 고 in casual speech. For example, 저는 영화를 정말 좋아해요. 드라마도 좋아하고요. I really like movies. I like dramas too. 안녕하세요. 저는 빌리라고 해요. 제가 미국인이고요. 34살이에요. 만나서 반가워요. Hello, my name is Billy. I'm an American. I'm 34 years old. Nice to meet you. Alright, so we've learned a lot of new things in this lesson. So let's put everything together into a conversation practice between two people, 초롱 and 봄이. First, 초롱 says, 봄이 씨, 뭐 하세요? 봄이, what are you doing? 저는 내일 영어 선생님이랑 만나야 되는데 Tomorrow I have to meet with the English teacher, but 만나기 전에 대화 연습을 하려고요. I'm trying to do some conversation practice before I meet, as in before I meet the teacher. 제 영어에 자신이 없어요. I do not have any confidence in my English. 제 영어가 너무 부족해요. My English is too insufficient, or my English is not enough. 그래서 어떡하려고요? So, what will you do? Literally, 어떡하다 means to do how or what will you do. So here, what do you intend to do? Or what are you going to do? 제가 연습하는 걸 도와줄까요? Shall I help you practicing? 저는 영어를 충분히 잘하는 것 같아요. I think I speak English well sufficiently. Or I think I speak English well enough. 미국에서도 살았고요. I lived in America too, and here it's just softening the end of the sentence as if she's not finished speaking. 네, 그러면 도움이 많이 될 것 같아요. Yes, well then, I think it will be a lot of help. Literally, 도움이 많이 되다 means to become a lot of help, but more naturally means to be very helpful. 저는 계속 연습하고 있는데 너무 어려워요. I am continually practicing or I keep practicing, but it's too difficult. 미국에서 유학을 하려고 매일 영어를 공부하고 있어요. I am studying English every day in order to study abroad in America, or literally intending to study abroad in America. 그러면 이제 공부하는 걸 그만하고 저랑 같이 연습해요. Well then, now stop studying and let's practice with me, or practice with me. 네, 알겠어요. Yes, okay.
보미 씨 뭐 하세요? 저는 내일 영어 선생님이랑 만나야 되는데 만나기 전에 대화 연습을 하려고요. 제 영어에 자신이 없어요. 제 영어가 너무 부족해요. 그래서 어떡하려고요? 제가 연습하는 걸 도와줄까요? 저는 영어를 충분히 잘하는 것 같아요. 미국에서도 살았고요. 네, 그러면 도움이 많이 될 것 같아요. 저는 계속 연습하고 있는데 너무 어려워요. 미국에서 유학을 하려고 매일 영어를 공부하고 있어요. 그러면 이제 공부하는 걸 그만하고 저랑 같이 연습해요. 네, 알겠어요.
So in this lesson, we learned a new way of saying that you're intending to or going to or trying to do something. So practice everything that we learned in this lesson, and I'll see you again in the next lesson. 그럼 다음에 또 봐!